back about the middle of last year, I made a video. It was called Damaged Goods, and almost as soon as I put it up, I realised it wasn't the video I had intended to make, mainly because everyone who left a comment on it, much as I appreciated them, really misunderstood the point of what I was trying to say. The video, which this one is a response to, talks about a car I had, nice car, and when I was living in the UK, that got keyed shortly before I had to sell it, and how the cosmetic damage really changed the whole way people viewed the car, while not actually really undermining the essence of the car. And really I wanted to use that as an example of how we can view people, and different things happen and people become damaged goods, and we treat them in a different way because of that. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, you know, the time's come, I'm going to just talk about that subject again and come back to it. And there's something in the Bible that's very interesting about that, and you may have heard of David, as in David and Goliath, and when Samuel, who was the guy who sort of picked him to be king, was going around looking for him, he'd been told to go to this particular family, and the guy was going to be one of the lads there, and there were 8 of them, and he was trying to pick through, and a lot of the others were sort of bigger and better looking, and he was kind of tempted to look at one of them. And it says in the Bible in 1 Samuel 16, the Lord said to Samuel, "Don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him." The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. And that's hugely reassuring, because I'm sure I'm not the only person who's felt from time to time that I've been judged on my appearance, how I looked, or maybe people have seen something I've done and thought, ooh, you know, and I become damaged goods in their sight because I made this mistake or that mistake, and they don't really want to give me a second chance to do something. And to me, the massive encouragement of that bit from the Bible is that God doesn't see us like that. God doesn't view us as damaged goods. God looks at the heart, He looks at the inside. To come back to what I was trying to say about the car, you know, the odd scratch and scrape, the bit of wear and tear from life and what it throws at us, doesn't make God look at us and go, oh my goodness, that's worthless, chuck it out and get a new one. But He sees the fact that the thing that was designed, the thing He created, is still there, is still whole, is still capable of so much potential that He has for it. And so I'm tagging this video onto the other one to kind of finish off what I started with that, and hopefully to make some sense in all of that. And if you're someone who's out there who sees yourself as damaged goods, sees yourself as someone who people view in a certain way because of your past, because of things that happened to you, know that God doesn't see you that way. He looks at you differently. He looks at your heart.